As you mentioned, time is running out to go see the Broadway musical Tammy Faye. It features music by Sir Elton John and depicts the televangelist's journey through tears and triumphs and trials.
I know. Katie Brayben first took the stage as Tammy Faye in London in 2022. Her performance earned her a second Olivier Award for Best Actress in the Musical. And we are very lucky.
Yes.
She is joining us this morning. Welcome to New York Living, the incredibly talented Katie Brayben.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Hi,
hey,
how are
nice
you?
to meet you.
Hi, Katie, JD.
Hi, Katie.
I am embarrassed that when I first met you, I had this in my hands and I had no time to get rid of it. So this is your,
I get it.
That's your co-host.
You need peanuts. You need that energy. I get it.
All of the things. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good. Feeling good. Yeah, excited for another week.
Another week. Okay. We just need to get to brass tacks.
Yeah.
How many different colored eyeshadows do you wear?
There's a lot of pink. A lot of pink.
The glittery type.
There's a kind of soft pink, and then we've got like a kind of purple, like the Act 2 purple. You know, because Act 2 hits a bit
her
harder.
evolution,
so,
right?
Yeah.
Her eyeshadow matches her evolution as a character.
Absolutely.
That's some good makeup design. So you're from the UK, and I'm curious, how much were you aware of Jim and Tammy Faye Baker? Like from when they were a thing?
Not at all. Yeah. Honestly, in the UK, I don't think people really know about her at all, and Jim and their demise and the drama of it all. Right. I don't think they really knew anything. I mean, we don't know anything over there. So you can imagine my joy at seeing all this on the internet and finding out about them and finding out what happened and the drama of it all, and but just also who she is as a person, just her compassion and her sort of unwavering love of everybody and her inclusiveness. I just was like, I have to be able to play this woman. I would what a gift.
Yeah. And thank goodness for the interwebs, you were able to do some of that research. Were you able to reach out to any of her family members or friends who knew her intimately well?
Yeah, well, actually, Jay Baker, who came to see the show in London, we chat and we talked a lot after the show, and he's been such a supporter of us, and I think for him, being able to see his mum, again in some kind of iteration of her life, was really important for him. Like he said, it was very cathartic. So, yeah, amazing to have him, to be able to talk to him and have that relationship.
It's easy to sort of make a caricature of Tammy Faye. What do you think? What do you think of the misunderstood things about Tammy Faye?
Well, I think that's exactly right. I think that she's sort of poked fun at, and it's definitely the last part of her life. Everyone talks about her makeup and how extreme her makeup was, and actually she was so much more than just her makeup and fashion and things that she wanted to wear. That was part of her, but also her, as I say, her compassion and her love of people. Right. The thing I was really struck by her when I was researching her is just her expression of herself through her voice. People don't talk much about Tammy Faye as a singer. She was an amazing singer, and I love that this show is able to look into an expression of herself through her voice as well, because other iterations of the story, they don't have music in it, and I think music was so key to who she was. So to be able to do a musical of Tammy Faye feels like absolutely the right thing for her story.
Yeah, her literal voice and her metaphorical voice, and you giving voice to all of that. I did not realize that she was such an early champion of LGBTQ plus rights, and it's amazing to know that lives on the stage, because I'm American. I knew the story, and the only thing I had was the crying in front of the camera.
Right, the crying and the tears in the eye makeup, and
Well, she gave a voice to people who didn't have a voice at the time. She gave a platform to people who were kind of pushed out by a conservative Christian, arena at the time, and so yeah, it was very brave of her to give, for example, we show in our show the Steve Peters scene, which was Steve Peters was a pastor who also had AIDS, and she interviewed him on their show. Very brave of her to do that. Even braver of Steve Peters to come on the show and to do that interview. And I think, you know, the reverberations of what that did to like a whole community of people it's endless. Yeah. You know, it's amazing what that single interview did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're not on the stage, you also work on camera, on screen. Most recently, you got to go take a little dip into the Bridgerton universe. Bridgerton universe in Queen Charlotte. Yeah. Everybody's obsessed with the series. What was that experience like?
Oh, amazing. I mean, obviously very different characters from Tammy Faye to, so Vivian Ledger, oh, there she is. Yeah, she's not particularly likable. But I love playing characters like that, you know, and I feel like I would love there to be another series. Like, I think we've got to have season 2 of this because it's just amazing. And also the costumes and the hair and just like, yeah.
Let's start a letter writing campaign.
Right.
To Shonda.
Yeah, because we need to know more about Violet Bridgerton's story, right? I think people need that. They want it.
Give the people what they want.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the things. It has pockets too, the jumpsuit. I said you were wearing a fabulous jumpsuit.
It's the perfect piece of clothing.
You have to have pockets.
Yeah.
I don't understand things without pockets. I'm just going to say.
You've been trained well. He knows this.
I know.
I do. Knows this. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so
at
much.
Home. Hurry, go see Tammy Faye the musical at the Palace Theater. It closes on December 8th.